Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode. We just got done with the summer transfer window, brought in some really awesome players I'm excited about playing with, and our new look Swansea side is really starting to take shape. But next up we have a game against Gillingham in the Capital One Cup, and to be honest, we should be able to put a hurting on this small team. Unless they've been promoted, they are in the League 2, so we should be able to put 4 or 5 goals past them if we're lucky, but I'm not ruling out an upset because we've seen Bradford City go pretty far in the Capital One Cup. They got to the final this year, so we'll see if Gillingham can repeat that feat. But by the way, we were absolutely spanking them in the first few minutes. That was not going to be the case. Tom Roberts just squares this ball into Jerome Lumu, and easy as pie, that is in the back of the net. And then something really bizarre happened. Alphonse Areola, our goalkeeper, does that. What the fuck kind of save is that? But all reckless two-footed saves aside, Tom Roberts adds to his assist with a goal in the 19th minute, but Gillingham were not going to lay down. Some poor finishing in the post keeps the goal out, but they were not done there. They would get a cross in, the initial header would be blocked, another header would be cleared off the line, and that scare was over. After that, shaky defending Swansea would be on the attack again, and Jerome Lumu gets yet another goal in the 45th minute. A sweetly struck volley off of the rebound, and we go into halftime absolutely trouncing Gillingham 3-0, and we would have a free kick after the restart, and Jerome Lumu would be denied his hat-trick by a very smart save from the Gillingham keeper. And while I would have been happy with 3-0, we were not done, and Tom Roberts, who has been a nuisance this entire match, gets his second goal of the game in off of the upright in the 88th minute, and once again he would break through and get his hat trick in the 90th minute to finish the rout, and we absolutely raped Gillingham. And this is a message of intent to the rest of the teams still in the Capital One Cup. We are in it to win it. And Tom Roberts deservedly gets the man of the match rating, 9.7 for him. 3 goals and an assist for the young Welshman, now playing for the team of his dreams, the team he followed when he was a young boy. And now we have the international friendlies coming up, and as you know, I do not like international friendlies, and so I go into them and sim them. They really don't mean anything, and I really just want to get through them and get back to managing Swansea. And against South Africa, we draw. Seydou Doumbia gets the goal, but they equalize in the 61st minute, and that ends 1-1. I'm really not upset about it because, like I said before, it doesn't mean anything. And our next match is against the United States of America, my home country. And so, there is some affection there, but of course I want us to win. And Seydou Doumbia gets 2 goals. He seems to be on fire lately, so he's someone that I need to look at going into the World Cup next summer. And we have a monthly scouting update from America, the team we just played, and hopefully we can get some of their more promising players, and there's a few in there that look to be quite promising, but there are some that we don't need to be looking at. Players that aren't going to reach that 90-something potential, or even in the high 80s. We go ahead and reject them, send them on their way, and tell them that we are not interested in bringing them over to Swansea. But Clarence Lade, it looks like someone that could really turn into a world-class player. So we're going to go ahead and sign him and bring him into the U squad and see how he develops. But next up, we have a league game against Aston Villa, and we sold one of our rejects, Neil Taylor, to them over the summer, and the press picks up on that and says, Taylor's coming back home, but to me, it really doesn't seem like that big of a storyline. He wasn't a major player to our squad, and so I'm not really worried about him having much impact on the game, but still, hopefully, we can get the 3 points from this game. Villa are someone that have traditionally caused us some problems. Christian Benteke is just an absolute monster, so hopefully we can grab all 3 points from this game and keep climbing up the table. After his display in the Capital One Cup, Tom Roberts gets the start, and he's the one that initiates this attack, but ultimately it ends up going slightly wide, but Leandro was not done there. He would have yet another shot, and that one also goes slightly awry, but surely third time is the charm. Leandro has yet another shot. This one falls to Jesse Rodriguez, but somehow Brad Guzan smothers that one on the line, and we go into halftime scoreless against Aston Villa. And the second half was one of very few chances, but Alphonse Areola was on his game, and he does very well to keep that one out of the back of the net, and we end this game just as we started it, and a 0-0 draw is not what I was looking for from that game. At least we got something. Not all 3 points were lost. And next up, we have our very first game in the EuroLeague against IFK Göteborg. I'm not going to lie, I am super excited about the EuroLeague. We get to see how we stack up against teams in Europe of comparable strength, and if we can get good results from these games, I think we have a very good chance of winning the cup, and that would be a great cup for the entire team, and it would really boost our prestige on the continent. A player that will be central to us winning this competition is that man right there, Jesse Rodriguez, getting yet another goal, this time with a long-range shot from outside of the area to make it 1-0. Lucas Silva sees that and has a shot of his own, and then Jesse Rodriguez has another long-range shot, but this one doesn't end up in the back of the net, and we go into halftime ahead 1-0. Even though I thought this would be a game that we would dominate, they had a chance, and from the ensuing corner, you know what happens, and it goes into the back of the net, and we are all level at 1-1. But of course, this Swansea team was not going to lay down, and Kimi Augustine puts that in the back of the net in the 52nd minute, and we were ahead once again. Their keeper does very well to keep that out from making it 3-1, but we win that game in the end. A great result, our first win in the EuroLeague. But next up, we have a game against West Bromwich Albion. We've had a string of draws in the Premier League, and hopefully this will be the game where all of that ends and we finally get a win. But from kickoff, we knew that we would have to work hard if we wanted to get anything from this game, and Jesse Rodriguez does just that, firing that from outside of the area. He is in stupid form right now. We have a little bit of a scare from a West Brom attack, but Alphonse Areola, once again refusing to use his hands, keeps that out, and then Jesse Rodriguez puts that in the back of the net. What else can I say about this young man? He is absolutely on fire. Semed Yesel has a shot, but Christian Atsu then gets in the way, but makes the most out of that block with an acrobatic effort. What in the world? Very unlucky to have that kept out by Ben Foster. But then you know who Jesse Rodriguez is unleashed, and the defenders soil themselves, allowing that to go into the back of the net for his first half hat trick. But then Alphonse Areola discovers that he has hands, but uses them to parry that right into the path of Yusuf Malumbu right before halftime, and we go into the half ahead 3-1. After the restart, Areola does brilliantly to keep out West Brom second, and at this time he has the most clean sheets in the league, which is a feat for us. And then Tony Vilhena unleashes his left foot in the 66th minute, sealing the victory for us, and that is how it would end us up against West Brom 4-1. A great win for the boys, snapping our streak of draws in the Premier League, and hopefully we can carry that form on into the Capital One Cup. And we have this game against Birmingham City. They have Leroy Lita, who we sold to them earlier on in the year, and hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us, scores a goal against us, and hopefully we come away advancing in the Capital One Cup. We start our attack with a pass to Leandro, who has been in fine form, and he buries that into the back of the net in the 10th minute for our number 10. And after that goal, we have a corner, and I'm like, there's no what in the world. We finally got a goal from a corner from Juan Jesus, or is it? That's an own goal if I have ever seen one, but we'll still take it, and Juan Jesus will take it. We're ahead against Birmingham 2-0 at halftime. After the restart, we were still hunting for goals, and Tom Roberts gives us just that after a beautiful passing move in the 52nd minute, and he already has 4 goals in the Capital One Cup. But Birmingham City were not ready to give up, and they would get a goal in the 69th minute. Go ahead and put your jokes in the comment section with that one, and they would get a second goal through Ambrose in the 81st, and things were looking really nervous, but luckily we were able to hold on for the victory, and we advance in the Capital One Cup. And next up in the Premier League, we have a game against Liverpool, and it seems like whenever we play Liverpool, it turns out to be an epic match. Plenty of chances, plenty of goals, and really just back and forth football. So hopefully this is the same kind of match that we've had, but hopefully we come out on top and give everybody something to shout about. And the first half is an absolute bore. Absolutely nothing happens, but the second half would be quite different. Jesse Rodriguez has a shot, but then Jerome Lumu is there to pounce on the rebound, and then from a throw-in, Jesse Rodriguez just dribbles into the box and has a simple shot into the back of the net, and just like that, we are ahead against Liverpool 2-0, but they would have something to say about that, and who else but Luis Suarez has a goal in the 73rd minute, and then they go on the attack yet again in the 81st minute, and Suarez bags his second. It was not looking good for Swans. But then our knight in shining armor, Jesse Rodriguez, saves the day, virtually sealing all 3 points for us in the 85th minute. And then we go on the attack again, and Jerome Lumu has his header go slightly wide, but that is all she wrote. 3-2 up against Liverpool, a crucial 3 points for us, and a really entertaining game, even though the first half had absolutely nothing happen, and a 9.5 rating for J-Rod. That is where this episode will end, guys. A like or a subscription is much appreciated. And if we can get this episode to 10 likes tomorrow, I will try to upload a Prodigy video and a career mode video. So please, guys, give me some support and leave some comments, any suggestions or anything you like about the episode or the series, really. All right, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, bye.